مشاهدينا الأعزاء، أبناؤنا الطلاب والطالبات، السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. حياكم الله في الحلقة الأولى من مراجعة منهج اللغة الإنجليزية للصف الثالث ثانوي نظام المقررات. نحييكم بأجمل العبارات وندعو لكم في هذه الأيام بالتوفيق والنجاح خلال فترة الاختبارات والتي باتت تطرق الأبواب. ومن خلال برنامجنا 100 على 100 نقدم لكم العديد من الأسئلة مع التعرف على طريقة الإجابة الصحيحة عليها لتتمكن عزيزي الطالب عزيزتي الطالبة من الإجابة على أسئلة الامتحان بكل يسر وسهولة. نذكركم أعزائي الطلاب بأننا نستقبل أسئلتكم واستفساراتكم على هاشتاج البرنامج 100 على 100. فاصل قصير وسنبدأ بإذن الله تعالى معكم أولى الأسئلة. أعزائي المشاهدين، أعزائي طلاب وطالبات الصف الثالث ثانوي، أهلا بكم من جديد. دعونا نذكركم بأننا نراجع وإياكم منهج اللغة الإنجليزية، وسنركز في هذا الجزء على المفردات والقواعد فيما يتعلق بالمعدود وغير المعدود للباب الأول. ونذكركم بأننا نستقبل أسئلتكم واستفساراتكم على هاشتاج البرنامج 100 على 100. والآن نبدأ على بركة الله السؤال الأول. The first question is related to vocabulary. السؤال الأول له علاقة بالvocabulary. Okay? Choose the correct option to complete the sentence. Multiple choice. مطلوب منك تختار الإجابة الصحيحة. To answer this kind of question, you have to understand the sentence and you have to know the meaning of the options. Number one, I was hoping the sunny weather would last, but unfortunately it was only A. obligatory, B. complementary, C. temporary, D. confined. What does the sentence say here? He was hoping the sunny weather would last. He hoped that the sunny weather would last. Last here means stay for a long time. But something unexpected happened, something that he didn't like happened. Unfortunately, it was only, يعني كانت فقط A. obligatory. What does obligatory mean? Obligatory means compulsory, mandatory, something you should do, يعني إلزامي. Does it relate to the sentence? No. The sentence is talking about the weather, and he hoped the weather would last, but it didn't. So the answer should be, it stayed for a short time. B. complementary. Complementary means free of charge or optional. خياري أو غير إلزامي. برضو الكلمة هذه doesn't relate to the sentence، ما لها أي علاقة بالجملة. C. temporary. Temporary means for short time. When I say I'm staying here temporary for a short time, not for long, it is the opposite of last here. The opposite of last, temporary. So temporary should be the correct answer. D means confined. Confined, small space or small area. Doesn't relate. So the answer should be temporary, because temporary related and the opposite of related to the sentence and is opposite for the word last. Let's move to the sentence 2. Sentence 2 says, the hotel organized guided tours around the city as well as to nearby villages. A. excursions, B. voyages, C. flights, D. cruises. The hotel organized for the customers organized journeys. One of them is a city tour, and the other one is a journey to a nearby village. So when we talk about city, when we talk about a city journey, it's called city tour. But the other one, as well as, also, another journey is organized by the hotel. Which kind of the journey? Excursion, voyage, flight, cruises are all different type of journeys. But which one is the correct one? We have to look at the word village. A journey to village, يعني رحلة إلى القرى القريبة. Let's see the meaning of these words. A. Excursions means a short journey for a short distance for a particular group of people. يعني رحلة قصيرة لمجموعة من الناس. B. Voyages. Voyages means sea trip أو sea journey, long journey by a sea. Flights means a journey by plane, يعني رحلة بالطائرة. D. Cruises a journey by sea but for pleasure purposes. هي رحلة بحرية زي voyage and cruises have the same meaning, journey by sea, but voyage for a long trip, long journey, usually by boat. Cruises usually for holidays, pleasure, for luxury, okay? But here, what is the answer? The answer is should be related to a village. When I say voyage, I'm talking about sea. Flights, I'm talking about planes. Cruises, I'm talking about sea also. So the correct answer should be excursion. Excursion should be the correct answer because it's a short trip to the nearby villages. Let's move to number 3. Sentence number 3. As we were driving through the town, we saw something built in memory of one of the country's most famous philosophers. This is a long sentence. It has a time clause. It has two clauses. The first one is a time clause because it started with as, okay? And the second sentence is the main clause. Okay, what happened in the time clause? The verb here is was driving, or were driving, which is a past progressive long action interrupted by a short action, and in the short action we use past tense. As we were driving through the town, we saw something. Something interrupted long action. What did he see? Or what did they see? Something built in memory. يعني شيء مبني in memory of one of the country's most famous philosophers. Okay, في ذكرى أحد الفلاسفة الدول. Let's see the words here, the options. A. Lunch. B. Site. C. Mosque. D. Monument. What should we choose? What is the correct answer for this sentence? I understand the sentence. I have to know the meaning of these words. Lounge is a public room or a place to relax. Okay? I have to ask myself, does this word related to our sentence? No. The second word, site. Site means a place or an area. Does this word related to the sentence? No. I didn't see a lunch while I was driving home. I didn't see a site. See, mosque. Mosque is a building where Muslim worship or praise. Masjid. Did I see a mosque built in memory? The word here, built, so it should be a building in memory to remind us of one something famous, which is famous philosopher. So this building should be a reminder for something famous in the country, which is monument. The answer is monument. Monument means a statue or building that remind us of someone or something very famous. اللي هو المعلم أو التمثال. Let's move to number 4. Summers in Cincinnati are always. Okay, summers, we are talking about the season. Summer, winter, fall, spring. Summers in Cincinnati is a city are always. طقس دائما في Cincinnati. Summers تتكلم عن الطقس in the city, so are always. The option here, the answer should be something related to the weather. Okay, let's see the options here. A, grateful. B, dormant. C, humid. D, coastal. The word grateful means when I am grateful to someone, I have the feeling that I have to thank him. I am so grateful. يعني ممتن لك. Doesn't relate to the weather. ما لها أي علاقة بالطقس. B, dormant. Dormant means not active. خامل, غير نشط. I usually use it with volcano. Dormant volcano. يعني بركان خامد. So it is not the answer. C, humid. When I say the word humid, I am describing the weather. When the air is warm and damp, it's a humid. So humid is related to the weather. Summers in Cincinnati are always humid. اللي هو يقصد فيه دائما رطب. So the answer is C. The coastal. What does coastal mean? When I'm talking about something near to the coast. Coastal city, منطقة ساحلية قريبة من الساحل. Okay. Let's move to number 5. As the art festival space to be a huge success, the town council decided to hold another one the following year. This is a sentence divided into two clauses. The first clause started with as, which means because, okay, the art festival, and the verb here missing. So we have to choose the word which is a verb. The art festival to be a huge success, okay, to become successful. That's why the second, because the second clause here, the town council, the council of the city decided to hold, to organize another one the following year. Why did he decide to organize, to hold another one? Because it became the festival became successful. So I need a word that somehow means became. Okay, let's see the options. A, turned out. B, stood out. Afwan. C, made up. D, picked up. All these options are in the past because the verb decided. So this is an indicator, decided in the past. So all the options must be in the past. What do these words mean? Turned out, when I say something turned out, means happen in particular way. Happen in a good way, in a bad way, in a particular way. Okay. B, stood out. When something stand out, mean it's easy to be noticed. يسهل ملاحظته أو تمييزه. C, made up, which is the base form make up. When I make up something, I form, I create, يخلق أو هكذا. D, picked up. When I picked up from something, pick up something, get something from the ground. يعني يلتقط شيء من الأرض. So which one is the clause? I think the answer should be A, turned out. The art festival happened in particular way is to be a successful. يعني حدث أو أصبح ناجحا. Let's move to number 6. I thought my brother would take my side, but instead he remained throughout my argument with Hashim. A, overwhelming. B, neutral. C, thrilled. D, remote. Let's understand, dear students, the sentence. I thought my brother, so thought here in the past, my brother would take my side. I am having an argument with someone and I thought my brother would be in my side. بيكون في جانبي. But, okay, when I see the word but instead, that means he wasn't. He didn't stay my side. The result is the opposite of this. He remained throughout my argument with Hashim. See, when you have an argument with someone, he expected his brother to be in his side, but something opposite happened. What is the opposite? Is it with Hashim's side or something else? Let's see the words. Overwhelming. When I say I am overwhelming means strong feeling, okay? And it doesn't relate to the sentence, so it's not A. B, neutral. Neutral, when you take a neutral position, you are not with me, you are not against me. You are in between, okay? You are not involved in this argument. You are not with me, you are not against me. لمعناها محايد وهي الإجابة الصحيحة. Neutral. Thrilled mean happy, excited, and doesn't relate to the sentence. ما لها أي علاقة. We understand the sentence. احنا الآن عرفنا معنى الجملة، فلازم نعرف المعاني الكلمات وش اللي لها علاقة بها. D, remote. Remote means far away, and it's not related to the sentence. So the answer is neutral. اللي هو not with me, not in my side, not in Hashim's side. He is neutral, محايد. Let's move to number 7. Okay. Don had to overcome many obstacles, but in the end, his goals. A, succeeded. B, accomplished. C, managed. D, arrived. Okay, what does the sentence mean? The sentence says Don had overcome. Overcome many obstacles. Overcome means passes. Okay, he had obstacles, he had problems, but these problems are no longer exist. Done. But in the end, after he passes his problem, he overcome his obstacle, he succeeded his goals, accomplished his goals, managed his goals, arrived. Usually, they have the same meaning, but some words, some prepositions are missing. When I say succeed something, I did it in the right way, but يعني نجح. But I need succeeded needs in. But what comes after the space is his goals. This is a noun. This is a noun. Okay. When I have to choose succeeded, it must be followed by in. Okay. And there is no in. Accomplish, when you accomplish something, that you achieve it. When you achieve something, يعني نجحت أو أنجزت, and it's followed by noun. يأتي بعدها اسم, وهو الإجابة الصحيحة. Managed, I can't say managed. I can't say managed. Managed means control. But when I say manage to do something, I managed to do something, it should be followed by the preposition to give us the meaning. He achieved, he accomplished. But the word here is his goal. There is no to. So I cannot use managed. Arrived, when you arrived, when you are going to. Arrived where? So it's not the correct answer. The correct answer should be accomplished. Sentence 8. I don't think we can afford expensive accommodation right now. The best choice would be a room in. Okay? This guy or this person thinks he cannot afford expensive accommodation. He needs accommodation. He needs a place to stay, but he is in a low budget. He doesn't have enough money to afford expensive. So here we have to underline the word I don't think afford expensive accommodation. Okay, so what is he looking for is a cheap accommodation, a cheap place to stay in. The best choice would be a room in. Okay, these four options, one of them should mean a low budget accommodation. Let's see, cottage. Cottage mean a small house in a countryside. يعني منزل في الأرياف, مناطق الضاحية بعيد. B. Suite. Suite is a set of rooms in a hotel which are usually expensive. اللي هي الفنادق أو الأجنحة تكون غالية. So this is not answer because he's looking for something inexpensive, cheap. C. Hustle. Hustle usually it comes with youth hustle, اللي هي البيوت الشباب. What is hustle? Hustle is a building or accommodation where you can stay cheaply, حيث تعيش بمبلغ بسيط. And this is the answer because he's looking for something not expensive. Resort. Resort means big hotels with a lot of facilities and a place where people spend holiday in, اللي هي المنتجعات وهذا. So the answer is hustle. Why did we choose hustle? Because hustle means low budget accommodation, and with that, what is he looking for? He cannot afford something expensive. I think we have finished this section. Let's move to another section, which is let's talk grammar. Choose the correct option to complete the sentence. This is exercise B. 1. I don't think we have much or many time left before the shops close. Okay, we have two options here. What option is the correct and why did I choose it? I have much, many. What is the difference between much and many? Much comes with uncountable noun and many comes with countable noun. much لغير المعدود ومany للمعدود. So, what comes after this word? I have to look at this word, time. Time, is it countable or uncountable? As we know, time is uncountable. So the answer should be much. I don't think we have much time. ليس لدي وقت غير معدود. لا أستطيع أن أقول لدي وقت أو وقتان. Time is uncountable. So I have to choose much before the shops close. Let's move to number 2. If you need any advices on how to choose the right color, I will be more than happy to help you. I have 2 options. Is it advice or advices? What is the correct option and why did I choose it? As we know, advice is an uncountable noun, so it cannot be used in a plural form. هي غير معدود ولا نستطيع استخدامه في صيغة الجمع. فبالتالي the answer should be advice. If you need any advice, إذا تحتاج أي نصيحة on how to choose the right color, I will be more than happy to help you. Let's move to number 3. After their holiday in India, they looked forward to sharing their many exciting experience with their friends. I have 2 options and they are confusing. Experiences and experience. As we learned, as far as we know that experience usually is an uncountable noun. But I have to differentiate between the word if there is an option, there is an exception. There is an exception for the word experience. After their holiday in India, okay, they looked forward to sharing their many exciting. He described the noun here, experiences or experience, by exciting, okay, with their friends. What is the difference? Experience, if it means knowledge or skill, إذا كان يقصد فيها معرفة الخبرة أو المهارة, it is uncountable. But this is not the word here. هذه ما هي كلمتنا هنا. Exciting experiences when something happens, when something that happens, الأشياء اللي جرت، الذكريات أو غيره، هنا تأتي uncountable اللي هي countable اللي هي experiences. Why did we choose experiences? Because experiences something that happened. In plural, something that happened in the past. Let's move to number 4. I called him lots of times, but he wasn't home. If we go back to number 1, there was many time. We choose much because we said time is uncountable, but there is an exception. What is the difference between time and times? Time, when we talk about abstract noun, time, الوقت, uncountable. But here doesn't mean time as we know, الوقت. It means 1 time, 2 times, 3 times. I called him lots of times, but he wasn't home. For example, I called you 3 times. I called you 4 times. So times here is countable. We can use it as a plural. So the answer is times because here something countable. 1 action, 2 action, 3 times, 4 times. Okay, let's move to number 5. Does this position require any previous work, experiences, or experience? Also the same word, experience. Is it countable, uncountable? It has both meaning, but it depends on the context. تعتمد على السياق. Here he is asking question, does this position, he is applying for the position in a job. هو مقدم على عمل. Okay, the position in a job or in a career. Does it require any previous knowledge, previous skills, معرفة أو خبرة? So the answer here should be experience, because experience means knowledge or skill. Okay, let's move to number 6. Number 6, the sentence 6, I had such a lot of luggage when I was returning from Kuwait that I had to pay extra at the airport. Okay, well, luggage, the things or stuffs that you carry with you when you are traveling, okay, and it has no option. Luggage is an uncountable noun. We cannot use it. Dear student, we cannot use the word luggage in a plural form. So, dear student, the correct answer is luggage because it is uncountable noun. Okay, let's move to number 7. Luke forget to switch off all the lights before leaving the house. Also, we still, dear students, talking about countable or uncountable nouns. And what are the difference between them? Luke forget to switch off. Switch off means turn off. Okay? The light or the lights before leaving the house. Okay? So we're talking about something in the house. What is the difference here? The word light, if we are talking about natural light, for this, from the sun, from the moon, it is a phenomenal thing, phenomenal noun. This thing is uncountable. لما نتكلم عن الضوء كظاهرة طبيعية غير معدود اللي هي light. But does this what we need in this sentence? هل هذا اللي نحتاجه في الجملة? He's talking about switch off, turning off. And in the house, the lights can be in the plural form when it refers to the electricity. Electric lights, electric lamp اللي هي الإضاءة، اللمبات وغيرها. فبالتالي هنا الجواب lights. The answer lights. Why? Because we are talking about electricity, electric light, lamp, etc. And number 8, the sentence 8 says, their beautiful wooden furnitures or furniture must have cost a fortune. The word furniture or furniture, what is the correct answer? If I know that the word furniture cannot be in a plural noun, so it is uncountable, I choose the word furniture. Because there is no way that furniture comes in a plural noun. Uncountable, because it is uncountable noun. اسم غير معدود يقصد فيها الأثاث. Their beautiful wooden furniture must have cost a fortune. نتوقف هنا أعزائي المشاهدين أبنائي الطلاب والطالبات لننتقل معكم لفاصل قصير ثم نعود مرة أخرى لنستكمل هذه الحلقة.
طرق الاستذكار الفعالة. معظم المشكلات التي يعاني منها الطلاب في التعليم ترجع إلى جهلهم بطرق الاستذكار الجيد واستخدام عادات استذكار سيئة. وإليكم بعض القواعد العامة للاستذكار الفعال. قم بتنظيم أوقات الاستذكار واختر المناسب منها لكل مادة. اختر الأماكن الهادئة والمعدة للاستذكار. عند المذاكرة اقرأ الموضوع قراءة عامة. وضع خطا تحت الفقرات المهمة. اختبر نفسك في الموضوع الذي قرأت فيه لتتأكد من مدى فهمك. المواد التي تحتاج إلى حفظ اختر لها الأوقات المناسبة. أعط وقتا أكثر للدروس التي ترى أنها صعبة بالنسبة لك. إذا شعرت بالنوم أو الملل فلا تقاوم بل الجأ إلى الراحة. لا تذاكر المواد المتشابهة مع بعضها بل ضع فاصلا بينها ولتكن مادة أخرى. تذكر أن السهر الكثير متعب لك ولصحتك ويؤثر على الفهم والاستيعاب. مع تمنياتنا لكم بالنجاح والتوفيق.
أعزائي المشاهدين، أعزائي طلاب وطالبات الصف الثالث ثانوي، أهلا بكم من جديد. دعونا نذكركم بأننا نراجع وإياكم منهج اللغة الإنجليزية، وسنركز في هذا الجزء على المعدود وغير المعدود والأزمنة للباب الأول. ونذكركم بأننا نستقبل أسئلتكم واستفساراتكم على هاشتاج البرنامج 100 على 100. والآن نبدأ على بركة الله تكملة الأسئلة. لازلنا نتكلم عن القواعد والجرامر الكاونتبل والانكاونتبل. Exercise C. Choose the correct option. You have to choose. Multiple choice. Sentence 1. Does anybody know how many how much people there will be at the meeting tonight. How many, I use how many when I ask about countable noun. I use how much when I ask about uncountable noun. So, how should I know? I have to look at the word people here. And I have to ask myself, is people countable noun or uncountable noun? People, as we know, is countable noun. I can say one person, two people, three people. So I should choose the word how many. How many people there will be at the meeting tonight. Sentence 2. Since you don't really have many money or much money, why do you go shopping every week? Many for countable noun, much for uncountable noun. I have to look at the word money and I have to ask myself, money, is it countable or uncountable? As we know, money is uncountable, so I have to choose the option B, which is I don't have much money. Sentence 3. Let's move to sentence 3. I have hardly any, or I have not much coffee cups left. I think I have to buy some. He decided to buy some coffee cups because he has nothing left, or maybe he has a few. So he has coffee cups. That's coffee cups is countable. Hardly any means very few. Very few. Not much means little. But coffee cups, the noun is countable. معدود. فبالتالي I should use hardly any, because hardly any means very few. And very few, we use it with countable noun. Coffee cups is countable noun. Okay? And not much is used for uncountable, and we cannot use it here. Also, if I want to negate the sentence, I say I don't have much. I don't have. Not I have not much. So the answer should be A, hardly any, because coffee cups is countable. Sentence 4, she said she had plenty of news to tell us, or she said she had a few news to tell us. Plenty of means a lot of, and we use it with, it means a lot. Okay, it means a lot. And we use it with countable nouns or uncountable nouns. Uncountable nouns, okay? A few means something few, and we use it just for countable. فقط للمعدود. So, how to decide? I have to look at the word news. Is news countable or uncountable? As we know, news is uncountable, so I cannot choose few because it comes only with countable, and the answer is she said she had plenty of news to tell us. Let's move to number 5. Do you know where the scissors is or are? Scissors. Scissors, as we know, اللي هو المقص. But what verb does it come with? Singular verb or plural verb? Scissor is accountable, and I can say a pair, 2 pair, 3 pairs of scissors. But also, if I talk about a pair of scissors, I use are. Why? Because scissors is it has 2 parts. Any noun that has 2 parts, it use the plural verb. For example, glasses, sunglasses, scissors, trousers. It comes with the plural verb because the are is plural. Let's move to number 6. Sentence 6. With a little or with a few support from my friends, I should be able to get over this crisis. Okay? He has some crisis, he has some problem. But with support, with the support from his friend, he should be able to go over it, to get over it. Okay. The word support here, I have 2 options. A little, a few. جميعها معناتها قليل. لكن a little for uncountable, and few comes for countable. And the word support is uncountable noun. Uncountable noun. So the answer should be a little. with a little support from my friends, I should be able to get over the crisis. Let's move to number 7. We have very few, or we have very little information about the missing child. As you know, dear students, the difference between few and little, few for countable, little for uncountable, and I have to look at the word information here. Information is uncountable, so I have to choose little information. Number 8, sentence 8 says, all the furniture in this shop are or is on sale. Are plural verb, is singular verb. So what should I choose? I have to look at the subject. The subject here is furniture. Furniture is uncountable, and it's used as a singular. We use it as a singular. So I have to choose the verb is, because uncountable nouns, and it's treated as a singular noun, mufrad. So the answer is B, yes. Now, let's move to another exercise. It is a grammar, but here we are talking about tenses, al-azmina. Let's read the exercise and I will explain to you the tenses. The exercise D says, complete the sentences with the correct form of the verbs in brackets. Okay? When you see the question, you have to understand the question. You have to understand the question to be easy to answer to do the answer. Okay? Complete, just to complete. Okay, with what? With the correct form of the verbs. There are verbs given to you, but you have to write this verb in the correct form. تكتب الأفعال هذه بالصيغة الصحيحة. Okay? الverb between brackets معطى لك بين أقواس. Here, طلب منك. Use the present simple, the present progressive, or present perfect simple, present perfect progressive. So you have 4 options. These verbs must be in these 4 tenses. The first one, present simple. Second one, present progressive. The third one, present perfect simple. The fourth one, present perfect progressive. Before we start answering this question, let me explain to you the tenses, the uses and the form. First, the present simple. What is the present simple? I have to know what is the form, what is the structure. Present simple, as we know, it comes in the base form, في الصيغة المجردة, and we use it a lot of things. One of them, when you are talking about general truths, facts, daily routine, repeated action, in the future when we are referring to a schedule or timetable. The second one, present progressive. What is the present progressive? What form comes with it? Verb to be plus the verb ing. Verb to be am, is, are plus the verb ing. When do we use the present progressive? We use the present progressive a lot of uses. For example, when I'm talking about something happening at the moment, when I'm talking about something temporary situation, and we're talking about future arrangements. Okay. The third one, present perfect simple. What is the present perfect simple? In which form it comes with? Present perfect simple, it's the form of the present perfect simple has or have plus the verb 3, past participle. يأتي بالهاز والهاف زائد التصريف الثالث. Okay, it has if it's preceded by singular noun, it'll have if it's preceded by a plural noun. Why do I use the present perfect simple? Usually when I'm talking about something in the past, but the exact time is not mentioned. Okay, this is one of the uses. Or also when we talk about, when focus on the result of an action. And the last one, present perfect progressive. What is the present perfect progressive? 3 words: have or has plus been plus verb ing. Has or have, been, verb ing. When do I use it? To emphasize the duration of an action. بنركز على مدة الحدث that started in the past and still continues up to the present. But we emphasize the duration. Okay. Now let's do the exercise together. Number 1. We study all morning because we have a history exam tomorrow. The verb here is study. In which tense should I put it? In which tense should I choose and write it? I have to understand the sentence first. Here, we study all morning. When he say the word all morning, he focuses on the duration. ركز على مدة الحدث. طوال الصباح. What are you doing all the morning? I have been studying because we have history exam tomorrow. So all morning we emphasize the duration of the action, the duration of the time of studying. I use have been studying. Have, because the subject we is plural, we put have, not has. Been studying, we put ing. 2. A new shopping center recently opened up in the town center. We are talking about shopping center that opened recently. Recent times mean near the past, but the time is not mentioned. And here, when we know this and we see the word recently, it's a time expression used usually with the present perfect simple. So the answer should be present perfect simple. I put recently open. A new shopping center has. When you are talking about shopping center, this is singular. So I put the verb has recently opened. Has recently opened. The past participle, تصريف ثالث الverb open. Opened because it's a regular verb. Sentence 3. Helena always leaves her clothes everywhere, which drives her mother crazy. Okay, when talking about person, leave her clothes everywhere, which drives her mother crazy. So her mother doesn't like this, so she is annoyed. When you are talking about annoying action, we usually use present progressive. Also, we can use the present simple when you are talking about general truth, fact about Helena. She always leaves her clothes. Or if we choose to express annoying action, دائما تترك الأغراض. دائما with annoying بالتذمر, we use the present progressive. So we have to answer. We use always leaves, present simple, because we are talking about general truth. Or we use is always leaving, present progressive, because we're talking about annoying action. Okay, let's move to number 4. Jonathan worked as a sales assistant until he finds job he likes. So at the moment, he is working as a sales assistant until he finds a job. So we are talking about something happening at the moment. So we use present progressive. Is working, we use the singular verb is, because talking about Jonathan. 5. It's hard to believe that John never heard of Aristotle, a city, okay? It's hard to believe that John never heard. When I see the word never, time expression refers to the present perfect simple. Has, have, تصريف ثالث, past participle. So I say it's hard to believe that John has never heard. Has never heard. I used present perfect simple. He has never heard of something. This thing, he doesn't know about it. He has never, but we didn't know when. From the past until now, and also the word never. Okay. Let's move to number 6. Sentence number 6. At the moment, okay, the patient seems very healthy. However, he needs to rest. At the moment, this expression refers to actions happening now. But the given word or the given verb here, seem. I cannot say the patient is seeming very healthy. However, he needs to rest. Why? Because seem is a stative verb. Is a stative verb. What are stative verbs? Verbs that doesn't come with ing. ما نقدر نحط فيها ing لأنها stative verb، فبالتالي تنزل بالبيس form. بنضيف الاس because it's preceded by patient, singular. Sentence 7. This week, the whole family fly to Barcelona for my cousin's wedding. The whole family fly, travel by plane to Barcelona. But when? This week. Okay, we are talking about something arranged. Future arrangement, ترتيبات مستقبلية, something that they are flying to Barcelona. They already bought the ticket, they already booked accommodation. So when we talk about future arrangement, we use the present progressive is flying ترتيبات المستقبلية. And we use the verb is because family is a person singular. نتوقف هنا أعزائي المشاهدين أبنائي الطلاب والطالبات لننتقل معكم لفاصل قصير ثم نعود مرة أخرى لنستكمل هذه الحلقة. مرحبا بكم أعزائي المشاهدين أبناء الطلاب والطالبات مرة أخرى في الجزء الأخير من هذه الحلقة لمادة اللغة الإنجليزية للصف الثالث ثانوي لبرنامج 100 على 100. نستقبل أسئلتكم واستفساراتكم ونجيب عليها في هذا الجزء من الحلقة عن طريق هاشتاج البرنامج 100 على 100. إلى أولى الأسئلة. في أحد علق على فقرة ذكرناها في الشرح في الجزء الثاني. الفقرة تقول I have hardly any or not much. We have two options. Hardly any, not much. Coffee cups left. I think I have to buy some. Okay. هو سأل هنا يقول ليش أخذنا أو why did we choose hardly any وليس الخيار not much. It depends when we say about the countable and uncountable. The word here is coffee cups. Okay. When we see the word coffee cups, I have to ask myself, is it countable noun or uncountable noun? Hardly any, it comes with both countable and uncountable. But not much, when I say not much, the noun that follows the space should be uncountable. But the word here, coffee cups. So coffee cups is countable, that's why we chose hardly any. وأيضا في التعليقات أحد السائلين يقول بالنسبة لفقرة السؤال الأخير الفقرة الأولى we are studies. قرأت في التعليق we are studies. الفقرة تقول we study الفعل بين قوسين we study all morning because we have history exam tomorrow. أحد المتابعين سأل وأجاب we use our studies. Your comment is wrong. خطأ نستخدم our studies because when you look back at the word for all morning, here we are focusing on the duration. هنا نركز على مدة الحدث بسبب كلمة when you say all morning طوال الصباح, when we focus on or we emphasize the duration of an action, we have to choose a present perfect simple. We cannot use the present simple. We use the present simple when we talk about general truth or habits or etc. Okay. I hope that was clear. We have another question talking about stative verb. What is a stative verb? Stative verb, a verb that doesn't come with ing. Okay, we have two kinds of verbs. Stative verb, that kind of verb that doesn't come with ing. For example, love, like, etc. A specific group of verbs. And action verbs that comes with ing. And he's asked, is the verb think stative or action? The verb think. Here it depends on the meaning. The verb think, it comes as a stative or an action, it depends on the meaning. When the meaning of the verb think means believe, like I believe, I think the weather is nice, here it comes as a stative verb. Here it comes as a stative verb, we cannot add ing. But when the verb think comes with the meaning consider, something in your mind, something in your mind, I'm thinking of buying a new car. Here it comes as an action verb. So it can be a stative verb or an action verb, it depends on the meaning. For example, I'm thinking of buying a new car. This is an action verb. I think the weather is nice. This is a stative verb. I hope that was clear. دعونا نرى التعليقات. في سؤال مر علينا يتكلم عن what is the difference between little and a little في درس ال quantifiers اللي هي تحدد ال countable uncountable. Little a little. يتكلم هنا بالتعليقات بالعربي يقول جميعها قليل. Okay, but what is the difference? There is a difference. We use the word or the determinator little when we talk about something not much with not uncountable. Also a little, also not much with uncountable. What is the difference between little and a little? Little means not much and not enough. When we use it without the a. Little means not much and not enough. For example, there was little evidence to support his claim. There was evidence, but it was little, not much, and not enough to support his claim. For example, I have little money on me. I have little money on me, so I have to go to the ATM to withdraw money from to get cash. معي مال قليل لكنه غير كافي. هذا الفرق بينها. So little معناتها قليل وغير كافي. لكن لما نجي a little, when we say a little means not much, but enough. Okay, little, not much, and not enough. A little means not much, but enough. For example, there is still a little cake left in the fridge. There is still a little cake in the fridge. It is a little, not much, but it's enough for a person. Okay, but it's enough for a person. That was for the determination or quantifier. Okay. Okay. قليل ولكن كافي. نعم. أحد المعلقين يقول قليل ولكن كافي. A little صحيح. A little قليل ولكن كافي. لكن كلمة little قليل وغير كافي. هذا الفرق بينها. أعتقد نكتفي بهذا القدر من الأسئلة. أعزائي المشاهدين، أبنائي الطلاب والطالبات، نكون قد وصلنا إلى نهاية هذه الحلقة، ونتمنى أن نكون قد وفقنا في الطرح. نشكر لكم طيب المتابعة وحسن الاستماع، والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.